Hello everyone. It is the middle of March and it is again cold. Today suddenly it was raining here in the valley that I live in, and the mountain that is in front of my house, approximately 200-300 meters from here, it is covered with snow right now. So I woke up early today and it was a great nap. I slept early in the last night and just before waking up I had a great amazing dream. Why is it amazing? Because I came out with a meaning from it. And not only that I tried making a meaning out of it, but it was very important. It was a weird dream because dreams are weird. And in that dream, I was a woman, an actress, and I can relate. Like I have been an actor. I'm a trained theater actor. Sometimes I fumble. Whenever it is cold, I fumble a little bit to speak. So it is a little cold today. I'm putting on my shawl. Now I was with a guy, and I was the lead female actress. I was an actress in that dream, and with a male lead actor. So we were giving a performance on the stage, etc. It was an acting part, and when it was done, people were talking about the performances, and most of us were talking about how the male lead took the limelight. Like everyone was more focused on the male lead actor, and somehow you do not have meaning to, you know, your dreams. So you just know everything, even if it was real incident. If I was on stage, I would not know what people are talking about, but I was able to hear those conversations, see those faces from far away, but only I was able to hear those conversations. So they were praising the male lead actor and nobody was talking about my character, the female lead. Although the performance was equally important for both of them, and both of them had an equal part, and without anyone in the performance would drown. But in that dream, being a female actress, I was somehow aware that I know I am male, I am Sumit, I am a guy, I am a man. So I related, if I was really a woman, in that dream only I was thinking, if I was really a woman, how would the world with me, like everyone would praise men, everyone do praise men, and somehow we neglect women, their contribution in everything and anything, which I definitely do not appreciate. And I also do not appreciate how women, on the other hand, are dying for appreciation in a world made by men for men. The conclusion of this topic is that for a very long time I've been very critical of women who, especially feminists, who are desperately trying to fight for their rights to be seen, to be appreciated by men in a world made by men for men. Okay, I understand the thinking behind fighting for equal rights, but feeling bad and fighting for equal amount of approval from male gender, from the society that male gender has made, it is made on the terms and conditions of, and putting in consideration the male gender only. And it seems funny to me, not funny, it seems sad to me that women are deliberately and desperately fighting in a world that is not made for them. This society is not made for women. Somehow there have been some, I would not call it improvement, I would call it compromise. So that with increasing awareness, women are also of use to the capitalistic society. So when we include women, the number of labor increases with less pay, more work, less respect, less power. Everything is less for women. But somehow, still in their conscious awareness, women are trying to compete with men, trying to be equal to men. All their parameters are on the parameters of men in a world made by men. Everything is made considered men in mind. None of what is going on is feminine today. Competition is not a feminine idea. But I feel sad when women go crazy. Of course, there are women who are getting a lot of respect in the society by women. Men don't respect them a lot. There are men who do, but does it matter? Women will always be lesser than men in this society. They are given an opportunity by men so that they do not feel left alone and so that they do not withdraw from providing labor. Because women are in a lots of industries today are, carrying it, like modeling, like nursing, like caring, etc. A lot of industries are, the sole flag bearer of those industries are women. But men want those industries to flourish so the economy is strong. They don't care if they are giving little here and there, a little industry to women to lead. But women are not in power. No, they have made believe this idea that they are in power. They are not. They are just being used so that they do not revolt. They have been revolting for many years now. So men thought the not men patriarchal system thought, okay, we need to maintain some balance. They are fighting all over. If they keep fighting, the economy might collapse and the capitalistic system might not gain a lot of. You also need some approval. There's a cat on my balcony. What? Wait a moment. Hmm. Huh. Okay. The way a man seeks approval to satisfy their egos, to believe, to feel that they are not worthless. Men keep fighting their entire lives, but the same attitude has been transferred into women because women have also seen and realized that this is how respect is gained, this is how value is gained in the society. But from natural perspective of life, this definitely is not the way. Okay, now the main topic is that women are fighting badly and they are feeling that they are approved. They are not. When we see, look at the movie industry, like we think that women, hello, okay, क्या हो गया? She's so cute. so beautiful, black, all black with green eyes. So women in every industry, one or two women would be there that think that they have made it, that they are making the highest pay. Okay, for them it is okay, but it is giving all the females false hope. This idea of one or two women in every industry getting so much amount of money for their work is also a propaganda by the industries, by the respective industries, because they are run by patriarchy, they are run by men. The entire world, the entire economy is run by men. So if they select two or three or four women in each industry to pay a little bit of money, but women think that they have made it, that they changed the structure, but they don't know that they are among one or two that have been selected by patriarchal system, so that other women also hope, so that they do not go crazy. The cat is cleaning herself. They usually have a cleaning routine. They sit down calmly, they do not scroll through social media, and they lick themselves, clean themselves for hours sometimes, especially after dinner. Now you might ask that, so what to do now? What to do? Okay, two things. First, that the false hope that women have received and under which they are living constantly, hustling their entire life just like men, so that eventually they receive some approval, some appreciation and respect in the society. You keep doing that, shutting your eyes, not knowing what the exact truth is. The other option is that in today's society there is a lot of options to earn money on your own, and you stop seeking social approval, and you cherish the idea of individuality, because individually you can value yourself, and you do not need value and approval from society. But if you accept this idea of individuality and individualism, freedom, you will not be sad anymore, because you are content now. Your only idea for life is individuality and freedom. But as long as your happiness, your ego, your identity depends on external approval of men, of patriarchal system, of their entire structure, now you will always be anxious. Always. Especially if you're a feminist, because it will keep you anxious. Because the world is unfair. World made by patriarchal men is unfair to women. And it is not only unfair to women, it is unfair to everyone, even men. It is unfair to everyone because it is not natural. Patriarchal system has snatched away the natural way of living from all of human beings. So it makes us emotionally and mentally dependent on their approval. And this is how this structure flourishes. This is how this structure is growing so much, because it is feeding on our need for approval. But what if we do stop seeking this approval? And in today's time, it is easy for a lot of women to find ways of earning money. All we need is survival. All we need is a healthy survival. We do not need to seek approval. We need to seek approval. We need to hustle and do something big, because why do exactly people or women need to do something big? Because they want to prove. And who do they want to prove to? Men, not women. Because if they are proving to women, the women they are proving to are also desperately trying to make a difference or show something to the society, and society is man made. When influential women say that I'm doing it so that other women feel motivated, and so they do not fail, they do not accept failure. It is a totalitarian regime. Okay. Okay. अरे no, no, no. There's a book by Orwell called 1984. It is about how the power structure is keeping an eye on us always. And it is controlling our emotions, our ambitions, our way of thinking, our way of motivating other women. Some influential women tend to behave like they are the flag bearer of other women's lives, but they do not realize that. Okay, but they do not realize that. Well, I have talked about the two possibilities, that we keep our eyes shut and keep being used and think that we are of use. But what is of being of use mean? It has no natural meaning to it. It is a social meaning. Like, why do you want to be of use to other people? You are destroying your own mental health, your own existence, whereas we could choose to live a happier life, a life that is not dependent on other people's approval, that doesn't require a lot of hustle, that does not depend on, that does not feed on society. Hmm? What if we stop seeking approval? We cannot even think about it. We cannot think about this idea because it is painful. Our entire existence is created on this one idea that we will be famous one day, we will be of use one day, people, we will be the highest paid model, actress, CEO, whatever, like whatever area of job or work in the society. Our entire existence is based on this, so we cannot accept it. I was also like that, but then I understood the structure of society. Okay, at some point of time people might respect me, people who see me. I wanted to be an actor myself, and that is how I related my dream, because it only came to my understanding because I also wanted to be an actor. So I related, like how female actress would feel. Like many a time you would have seen people explaining that how female actors are not paid as much as male actors because they do not pull in as much audience. And that is true, because the social structure that we have created is around men only. So our interest naturally, not naturally, but synthetically, artificially goes towards what men are doing. Hmm? We automatically want to watch them. We want to watch male sports, cricket, soccer. We want to watch the male lead actors. Hmm? This is the public view. This is the public demand. Hmm? Compare the number of artists and then compare the gender difference, and actually compare the numbers that they bring into the cinema hall. It is the male gender that is making more money for the producers. So it is not the producer, it is the audience also. But it is not the responsibility of audience to go ahead and watch the films of female actresses who are leading and to watch female sports. It is not their responsibility. I've heard sometimes uh, female actors talking, Tapsi Pannu in one of Lallan Tap's Lullen Top's interview. She said that it is the audience's responsibility, because they are not going to watch female driven films and female led movies. But why is it their responsibility? People watch films and sports for entertainment, not to be responsible for you, not to be responsible for the female gender. What they find entertaining is what they watch. And whatever is entertainment is male driven. Like in films you watch more action films, huh? So men look better performing action because they have the masculine power, so they naturally look better. Now when we look at sports, when you of course we know physical sports, men definitely do better. If we compete men and women, men will win. So population doesn't the audience doesn't want to use their brains, or waste their time in thinking if we should watch female sports or male sports. They definitely want more entertainment, more cheering, more loudness, more masculinity, and more testosterone in the stadium, in the court. So it is natural to them. But why are women desperately trying to be of use in a man made society for the sports that men have made? It would be better if women would do something for themselves. They would create their own structure. But no, it is a false hope that you females are giving yourself. Like, how don't you think that whatever you are trying to do is under their narrative, is under their watch? They have a CCTV over you and you are being used. It would be much better if you would find a way to earn your own money, and on top of that, not seek social approval, not be involved in the society actively, because you are feeding the social narrative, you are feeding patriarchy. The more you want to be a part of patriarchal system, the more you want to seek value and approval from this system, the more you are supporting it, because it is becoming stronger, and you are being a part of it. You are you know pushing it forward on greater heights. You're not taking away anything from it. No, that is a false, that's a misconception that feminists have today. They're dying to get married. Like, in the first place, marriage is a patriarchal structure. Why was it made? When we see naturally, marriage is not a thing. Marriage is not required at all. Marriage, nature did not make marriage. Patriarchal people did. So how can feminists support marriage? How can feminists want to marry? Oh, I want to make a change, but it is the same as careers. Like, they are letting you to feel that you have some amount of power. The moment they snatch you right away, you will be left with nothing. So my suggestion is, you deliberately take steps back from patriarchal system and every industry and everything that is made by men for men. You are just being used so that you do not revolt. The best revolt is not revenge, the best revolt is indifference. Be indifferent to them, stop feeding them, find your own value. If you have internet, if you have YouTube, if you have social media, if you can do anything of your own without seeking external approval, do that. Do that to feel happy, or else you will always be anxious and under stress. Even the highest paid actresses today are constantly complaining about, oh, that actor was paid higher than me, oh, that particular male lead was paid higher than me, oh, blah 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 blah. Do they care? They have their money on stake. Do they care about your gender or about their money? How can we expect, how can a female gender expect? Everyone cares about their money, not your personal identity, not your personal emotion. You might feel bad, they don't care. Do they care? Should they care? No, they should not care. It is their hard earned money. Okay, I think this was enough. If you are able to think and question, I'll see you in another video. Bye.